know that shit slap. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. Mansions. Mansions is in the building. Don't get it twisted. We got a whole crew lined up for you today. You know who the squad is. Let me just say this real quick. We might be minus OG Bobby. OG Bobby was in a car accident on his way up here. But he called me. He good. All right? He's good. Okay? He's not injured. OG Bobby is good. All right? No injury to Bobby. But he tells me his whip got whipped. His whip got a whooping. His front end is not cute no more. So I'm like, all right, Bobby, all right. He said, listen to the oil, I love you and I want to come up and I want to do the show and whatnot. But things happened. Bessie got hit. I said, Bessie? He was like, yeah, my favorite mule. Bobby don't drive a mule. I'm just playing. Come on. Mansions, let's go! If this is your first time tuning into Mansions, please understand a little bit about what I do. It is the ultimate man cave. We come in here and we keep it 100% real. Today's special guest, Brother RizzaIslam. And your comedian, your favorite comedian and mine, none other than Mr. Corey Holcomb. This is live on Dash Talk X. On the Dash Radio Network. You know what it is? If y'all feeling this beat, somebody call me right now. Tell me you love this track. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Let's go! Mansions is about to be lit! One more time? Should I do it one more time? Chris says one more time, so fuck it. We gonna do it one more time because Chris asked for it. That track is stupid, huh? One more time. One more time. Bring that beat back. Mansions. That shit's silly. Ladies and gentlemen, let me do it like this. You gotta get Total Package Energy. You gotta do that. Total Package Energy at totalpackageenergy.com. My favorite energy drink. It's something I look forward to every day. Amino acids, no sugar, no jitters, no carbs. It's what you're supposed to drink when you got things to do. Total Package Energy. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you. Also, Beal Sauce. Beal Sauce. One of the greatest, most flavorful hot sauce inventions I've ever tasted. Now, I love Trappies, Louisiana. I love a gang of hot sauces. Frank's. But I'm going to tell you right now, boy, this sergeant created an amazing hot sauce brand. BealSauce.com. That's B-E-A-L-E sauce.com. Sauce! Beal Sauce! Hey, man, tell them Zoe Williams sent you. I'm about to open up the phone line as soon as I finish shouting shit out. But let me tell you something. You in the dick? Oh, I got to hear something. That shit right there. It's nice, right? Y'all like that track? I'm going to open up the phone lines in a second. Hold on one second. Let's just do another one. Let's do one more. You know I like promoting stuff. I got a crazy topic for mansions today. The ultimate man cave about to go down to 2.2. Call in and tell me what you think about these James Broadway tracks. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need everybody to call in. I need everybody to hit the like button on the super chat. Hit the like button on the YouTube page. We broadcasting live. You hear us. Wait a minute. I don't think they really like this one. I don't think they really like this one. I'm going to stop it. I'm not getting the response that I want. I don't think they really fucking with this one. Chris, should I play another? I just don't think they really like that. It was the first one? Let's go here. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, get them headphones. Yeah, let's go. Mansions. Jesus Christ, slaptastic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done it yet, go to IamZoeWilliams.com and purchase your copy of my latest book, The Holographic Relationship. Go there right now. The Holographic Relationship. Go get your copies now. I'm shipping out books this weekend. You in the dig? If you haven't gotten your book, go to my Indiegogo page and follow the instructions left for people who have contributed to the creation of this book. My Indiegogo page, The Holographic Relationship on Indiegogo. Go check it out. Also, If you've pre-ordered the book and you haven't got your pre-order copy yet, all you got to do is shoot me an email with your digital receipt, and I'll get it right out to you. One more time. That's for the holographic relationship. If you don't have the relationship dismount, go to Amazon.com. Amazon.com has the books now in 3 different formats. You got Audible, Kindle, and paperback. The relationship dismount, how to stick the landing. If I get 30 orders for both of those books, I'll bust a rhyme right now. On this track right now. You dig? If I get 30, Chris is in here dying right now. If I get 30 orders, I'll drop a bar right now. I'll drop a bar right now. All I gotta do is see those notifications. I'll drop a quick bar right now. I don't see it.
What up, man? Oh, it's gonna be lit, huh?
I'll just take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, the crew just walked in the building. It's about to get crazy. You better tell somebody right now. Just go tell somebody, man. Mansions is live. Hey, he can grab that seat and pull it over. Mansions is live. You better tell somebody. It's about to be crazy. Now, I want to show y'all something. People don't know I'm promoting a couple of things right now. Beginning of the show, Corey Holcomb and his crew just walked in. What's up, good brother? I'm Zoe Williams. Nice to meet you, brother. This is Jeff. We about to get it in a real major way. We got an incredible topic lined up that I'm about to serve up to you guys in a second. But I've been promoting a few things. We promoted Total Package Energy. We promoted Beal Sauce. We promoted the relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship. We also promoted the holographic relationship. But I gotta let y'all know something real quick. When I tell y'all Dash Radio done messed around and gave me a channel, my own channel? What? My own channel for me. Let me show you what we did to those beats. So we've been listening to these beats before the show. So let me show y'all what we did to these beats. You guys gonna love it, man, because this is gonna be the sound of the channel. This is what the channel's gonna sound like. Let me cue this up for y'all so y'all can hear this. I don't think Corey heard this yet. Corey, you might as well just put on your headphones, man. Or maybe not. I'll just turn them on the speaker if you want. This is what our channel's gonna sound like. Check it out.
Tune in and turn your life up on VOR Radio. The Williams is the VOR. Voice of reason. On Dash Radio.
Coming this August, we produced all of these things, man. James Broadway jumped in, gave me some beats. My homeboy Wolf D did all the voices. Shit came out live.
You're now locked into Zoe Williams, VOR Radio. On Dash Radio. You underdig.
This August, the Voice of Reason. I need everybody to download the Dash Radio app and then go favorite it. Favorite it. Make it your favorite. You underdig? Make it your favorite channel just like you did with Dash Talk X. I'm still going to run Dash Talk X. I'm still going to be with Dash Talk X. As a matter of fact, Rizza, grab that chair and put it right there. We going to tighten up. We about to have a crazy show right now. I need everybody in this chat room to like it. I need everybody in the chat room. I need everybody to get on your phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need everybody lit right now. Because this topic that I'm about to present from Mansions is crazy. Thank you, good brother. Is this something I need to promote right now? This Sunday. Here, let's turn on some mics, man, so we can get everybody in here. Yeah, let's turn on some mics. So my good friend, RizzaIslam, just walked in. And there is an event going on. And what park is this? This is Gonzalez Park? Speaking to the mic, brother, and inform the public while I put this up to the camera.
Yes, sir. So this is the 75th ride. This originated in 2011 with Minister Tony Muhammad, Nation of Islam, Bloods, Crips. Different organizations came together to pretty much end the bloodshedding and the killing of us by us. And this is the 75th ride, meaning we have been riding for that long, since 2011, to bring peace to the streets. And this is in honor of Nipsey Hussle and in honor of all of those who have lost loved ones due to violence, whether it's black-on-black crime, gang violence, police brutality, etc. And this is a free event, free concert at Gonzalez Park. The ride will start at 1:30. Lowriders, Corvettes, there will be the bikers and the lowriders are riding together, the Harleys and the sports bikes, because we didn't know that, they bang in the sports realm as well with the bikers and the vehicles. Same as Bloods and Crips, but they have been uniting with us. So that's going to occur. And we ride for peace. It's going to go from 1:30 starting at 115th and Figueroa. And from there, we're going to ride throughout Compton.
Is everybody going to be on motorcycles?
Most people be on motorcycles or in lowriders. And then everybody else will be in, everyone else be in other vehicles. Yes,
but what I'm saying is you can come without having a motorcycle or a lowrider.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Everyone can show up. This is riding for peace, whether you're Blood, Crib, Muslim, Christian, whatever you call yourself. This is to ride for peace for everyone who has lost their lives to violence.
Now give the address in the park again one more time.
Yes, the address or the street corner specifically is 115th and Figueroa. It is the parking lot right behind the Jack in the Box. The Harbor Freeway station, I believe, is right there, Green Line Station. 115th Figueroa. Everyone should be there no later than noon because we're going to ride out at 1:30.
Got it. Hey, man, we gotta support. We gotta support that. Jeez. I got one more thing to promote because I totally forgot. My son, this fool making beats.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this nigga, he done produced records. It's some youngster in the neighborhood named Mr. RJ, Mr. LA. Mm-hmm. He got a record out. My son produced it. And it's going up amongst the youngsters. I was like, I think it's called Apartment. But then my son tells me he's putting on a concert in Fresno. I'm like, well, what? I'm daddy. I be like, look, man, don't waste my time, nigga. I done put too much time in you now. You done made your 3,000 shots this morning, nigga. Right. Now go do that. But
3,000.
Mm-hmm. But apparently, he doing his thing. So I'm like, all right. So Two-Tone Productions presents Live Summer. This is it right here. Hot and Ready Summer. Who is this? I don't know these guys. Shorty. I don't know. Lil TJ. I don't know these people. At the Azteca Theater, hosted by DJ K Rich.
Wow.
He doing it.
Fatherless Rhymers.
Wait a minute, brother. You moved out of my camera. You got to get back over there.
Oh, I thought he was.
You got
he
to
got
move.
the.
Just scoot over a little bit because
Nah,
the
so,
camera
yeah,
right
you
there.
can pull that.
And pull the mic over.
Yeah, you can pull that mic to you, brother. I gotta have you on camera. All right, now let's get serious. We got an amazing topic today. First off, let me apologize to Lloyd Strayhorn. Lloyd, I forgot we were on today, man. Me and Lloyd was supposed to do something today too, man. I forgot, brother. I'm gonna call you after this show. But I got a topic today, man, that's crazy. Because it dawned on me, being a black man living in America today. First off, did you see what Mitch McConnell said?
You know I did. Absolutely.
No.
You hip to Mitch McConnell?
No.
Wait, who's chewing? It's you. You chewing in the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What kind of fried fish was that?
What happened?
My man was chewing good. I said,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going on?
I ain't used to them sensitive mics.
Basically, Mitch McConnell said, y'all basically got reparations when Obama became president. He was like, that's a type of reparations. Now, people get mad at Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell when they speak ADOS,
What is that?
American Descendants of Slaves. And what they're saying is with their reparations march, because that sparked a whole reparations conversation amongst people trying to vie for 2020 presidency, right? A lot of candidates was like, oh shit, we got to address reparations for African Americans. So Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell created hashtag ADOS. And of course, Tariq Nasheed was involved in the development of it as well. He helped push it and get it out there real big. ADOS stands for American Descendants of Slaves.
Yes, sir.
So what their argument is you don't get to come from another country because you black and get paid reparations. If America starts paying reparations, you don't get to step in and then put on the jacket of an African-American descendant of slaves. You don't get to do that. It's a lot of people riding on the coattails of African-American descendants of slaves.
Correct.
We've seen the LGBT community say, oh, the civil rights movement? Okay, we're going to copy that.
And now
we're going to ride on that, and then we're going to get love for that. And these people are getting love using our template, but they won't give us love, and we're the originators of the template. So ADOS is that movement. This white man came out and said, Barack Obama's a type of reparations. Well, wait a minute. He's not ADOS, meaning his daddy is Kenyan.
Correct.
And his mother is European. He wasn't raised in Compton. He's not from Chicago. He's not from
didn't see him.
Oakland. He's not from Chattanooga. There's niggas who go back to slavery that are ADOS. American descendants of slaves. Not, oh, I'm from Kenya. No, you didn't even have the American experience, but you get to present that way. So we were having this big ass discussion yesterday, and I had to come up with this. And I know Corey y'all gonna go in on this shit here. Here's today's topic, man. Who does today's black man seek validation from? Moreover, why should it matter? Who validates the black man in this society? Who vets him out? Right? Huh? Where do we go to get validation? Who validates us? Is it our single mothers? 70% of black men are born to single mothers. Do we value validation from mom over the absentee father? Who do we get validation from? Who do we seek reassurance from? Right? I got questions. True or false? Is the black man an addict of approval? If so, whose approval is he addicted to? Fuck. My man shaking his Christ. Who is it Christ?
Yeah, might be Jesus.
It might be Jesus running around this
They
month.
want us to believe it.
True or false, ultimately, your opinion of yourself is the only thing that should be able to make or break you. Is that a true or false statement? Your opinion of yourself should be the only thing that should be able to make you have a bad day, put you in a bad mood. It should be you. You should be your own barometer. But when your barometer is external, whose approval are you seeking, brother? God damn. How does the black man in America stop seeking external approval?
We were just talking about this earlier.
God damn. Well, we about to kill. I already know y'all finna kill. I'm just throwing them out there just to get it ready. Today's topic on mansions. Who does today's black men seek approval from? Fuck. True or false? Remember that every time you seek reassurance, you are actually strengthening OCD. Oh no! Let's not. I'm not gonna go that far. Y'all ready? Who first? Who gonna jump in? We got my special guest in the building, of course, actor, comedian extraordinaire, Corey Holcomb, and radio show host of the 5150 Show. What's happening, bro?
What up? Wow.
We about to turn up. And then, of course, the young man, the young lion in the building, the one with the sword. RizzaIslam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then introduce yourself, brother.
Name is comedian Jeff B. from Chicago.
So this is Shot. Oh, he's from.
This used to be my running partner back in the day, Joe.
Here we go then. All right, y'all heard the topic. Have at it. What you got, Rizza?
This Neanderthal. Okay, it's 2019. See, what is very interesting to me is to see that we are still surprised by anything that white people say. That's the first thing. So who do we seek validation from? To a certain degree, we seek validation if we are in a certain financial bracket. We seek it from our Caucasian lover or our Caucasian mistress. If we're married to a black woman, if we have money, to a degree, we seek it from our mother, our actual mother, if we have a black mother and we are connected to her directly as one of the only females that we actually trust and love and respect. If not her, it will be our grandmother. If not them, some of us as black men seek validation from our fathers if he is still alive and if we respect him. And then outside of all of this, we seek validation from the dollar. And anything that it takes to get it. This is why, as of right now, you hear more people saying, get the bag, then, do what God wants me to do or get with God or, I'm following God. This is why we say in the nation, we call ourselves Muslim. It's not some crazy far-fetched term. It simply means one who submits to do the will of God. I don't seek approval from a white man. I don't even seek approval from a woman entirely. I seek approval from God first. See, that is a higher level of understanding when you say I need to do what is right, regardless to whom or what, speak the truth, regardless to whom or what, male, female, black, white, whoever, because if we do what is right, then that will always end us in a place where we are supposed to be. But as of right now, too many people seek validation from every area that did not create them to begin with.
I love it.
Yeah, that was deep.
Very simple.
I love it.
Real.
I love it. I'm going to push back, but I love it.
We warming up, bro. I haven't been in so long. So
we go get it cracking. Brother Jeff?
And white people can say anything they want, and they feel good about it now because of who's in the White House. You know what I'm saying? And I think Donald Trump and Ronald McDonald are the same person.
Both are orange. This is true.
Never see them together.
You never see them at the same time.
That's why he fed them brothers from Clemson. They gave them the Hamburglar was there. He gave burgers and fries, man. But you know it's God. That's the only one we seek validation from is God, man. But I think more so we seek from each other too as black men. Righteous men, not just anybody, not R. Kelly, nobody like that. But I think we seek approval from each other. You know, that's
Yeah.
Corey?
Well, it is my opinion, unless you are lucky. So you said 70% of us are brought up under a single mom?
Yeah. Rough. Yeah, those are the numbers.
Unfortunately, this is where a lot of it was a TV show when I was a kid called Land of the Lost.
yeah. Remember that?
You grow up in Land of the Lost most of the time when you are being raised by, even though her intentions are well by you. Her intentions, a lot of guys, you lucky enough to have a mama that care about you, love you, all that. But she is from the land of the lost. And you will grow up not believing in the man that brought you in this world, but you will grow up believing in the imaginary man. And this imaginary man is this dude I heard about called Jesus. Now, I ain't never seen this motherfucker.
The invisible man.
He ain't never put money in my pocket or gave me a hug or nothing, but because my mama believed in him, I believed in him. But eventually you hit an age where manhood starts to kick in, and you be like, wait a motherfucking minute.
Come on.
This is all some bullshit. You start to be like, wait, ain't nobody did shit for me. Even though he got all credit for things that are good, and your daddy got all credit for things that are bad.
That's
you
real.
get what I'm saying
Yeah,
to you?
that's real. We just talking about
So
this.
that's what I'm saying. We just talking about this. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying, long story short, is this, man. The people we look for approval from while we are young, that shit that's planted in us, is what fucks us up. We spend anywhere from 10 to 20 years figuring it out. I'm talking about the average brother who ain't brought up with Islam,
Absolutely.
which has discipline in it and things like
Absolutely.
that. I was brought up on Christianity. You ain't got to be disciplined for
Hey.
shit. You can fuck up and say he gonna forgive me.
No,
You get
most
what
of
I'm
us
saying?
were too. No, that's real.
You know
That's
what I'm
real.
saying? So this is where we fucked up on the approval side, because we looking for approval from this imaginary motherfucker that get credit for all that's good. Jesus fake ass Christ.
All while your mama tear your father down every chance she get.
Overhold.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Jealousy. isn't it?
so let me be clear, because that was pretty powerful. Are you telling me that your daddy is the Lucifer of your household?
No, your father is.
No,
your father is. You told your
That's
father
what I'm
is the
saying.
problem.
That's what
but the
yeah,
problem
but you're
is
right
this,
about Lucifer because he was cast out.
Ooh.
Your mama cast him out.
right.
It's real.
The problem is this fake motherfucker Jesus who's supposed to work it out for you. And I ain't never seen him work out shit. And if you have seen him work it out, then please give me proof, not stories.
God.
When I got older and realized Jesus was some bullshit, I was mad at a motherfucker. I was like, God damn. Mama, you didn't try to do that, did you? You just didn't know no better, did you?
You ain't know no
I
better.
believe you, Mama. You showed me love the whole time I was coming up. But this Jesus shit, now that's some bullshit. Right?
Fallacy, man.
That's why we look for approval, because we think some mysterious man coming to fix everything.
But again, setting up the topic, Rizza hit it on the nose, and this is where my pushback comes from. I don't seek approval from an external God. Now, maybe Rizza meant the same thing.
100%.
Right. For me, once you are self-realized, you are God-realized. See, part of the trick of all of these books is to put God over here outside of you,
Right.
and something you have to scratch and aspire to
And pray
Correct.
to.
and pray to and let me get to God. No. No. If you go back to Africa,
Correct.
and all the African religions are connected in some way.
Yeah.
If you go back to Africa, it's going to all lead back to you.
Correct.
In Africa, the Yoruba tribe, they have Ifa, they got all these different versions of the same shit, right?
Osiris, all that. Yeah.
So when they say,
Go on.
Orisha, the Orishas. That got turned into voodoo once the slaves came over here to Cuba and the Caribbean and South America. That got turned into some other shit. Santeria, Lukumi. It got turned into some other stuff. I'm a slave. I can't practice my belief system. I'm going to cover it with saint worship.
Right.
Saint Germain, Saint Michael, so I could keep the slave master off my ass.
Catholicism.
Yeah, I'm going to cover it with the saints of Catholicism, and we're going to call it Santeria. But the practitioner of Santeria knows the strong shit is from Africa.
The real shit.
They'll go over there and get vetted by those priests, by those babalaos. And the thing that's interesting, the word Orisha, you could transpose Orisha into the Quran. The Quran has the word. See, Muslims don't believe this, but
What is it called? Orisha.
I'm gonna tell you.
I thought that was a line of vacuum.
I knew you was gonna do it. I knew. No, but the Muslims don't believe that Allah has any plurality. But you read Arabic, it's there. Allahumma. Allahumma. It means Allah's.
We.
That's where you get we and us.
The word
Allahumma.
we is in the Quran.
Right? That's us. That's Allah's. That's plural.
Allahumma.
Now,
That's the
in
original
Hebrew, it's Elohim.
Same way with the Christianity. That's why it said, "Let us make men in our
Image.
It's the same,
In our
it's
likeness.
The same thing.
Right.
Correct. Those understand.
The Sumerians,
Very correct. Very
they
true.
say Anunnaki. The Babylonians say Balaam. The Egyptians say Netaru. But these are all plurals for God.
Yeah.
Now, the African says Orisha. But guess what? Orisha is just like all the angels, like all the other. The Orisha, that might be Shango, Obatala,
Thunder god.
Eshu,
Yeah.
Yemeya, Ogun, all the. Guess what's the most powerful, more powerful than all the Orisha?
What?
The root of Orisha is Ori. Ori means your consciousness. Your shit, who you are, is more powerful than all the Orisha.
The higher of self.
It's the highest self. That's the African belief.
Correct.
Wow, that's
We
deep.
can't teach these niggas this shit.
No.
See,
Where did Jesus come from?
well, see, no, the white
African.
man.
They
It's African
twisted it
too.
around. It's Christianity. They just twisted it. Twisted the story. That's what we were talking about earlier. They stole it. You know what I'm saying?
See.
Europeans.
Everything the white man touched, he corrupted, including Christianity, because the original version of Christianity came from Africa under the
Exactly.
Ethiopians as well. So, but the word Jesus wasn't there because the letter J didn't
J
come into
didn't
existence
exist.
until the
That's
1600s.
right.
So
That's
that's why
right.
they called him Yeshua.
Yeshua.
So his name, he was a person, but it was a completely different person.
What name did you say? Rizza?
Yeshua.
Yeshua.
J, the letter J literally didn't exist until the 1600s. So he couldn't be called
Couldn't be
Jesus.
Jesus.
I love
Also-
being around these
Oh,
motherfuckers.
No, but see,
it's all love.
and it get even colder than
Oh, it
that.
gets deep as hell.
Because when they was translating this bitch, they said, you know what? It's a gang of niggas named
Oh, yes.
Yeshua.
Yeshua.
So this is what we gonna do. We gonna pick one of these niggas, and we gonna change everybody else's name to Joshua.
Crazy.
Now in Hebrew, Yeshua is the shortened, abbreviated version of Yehoshua, which is Joshua. Means the same shit.
J, Yah, Y, Yah, Yah.
In the Semitic languages, when you say Yah in Arabic or Hebrew, it's like saying, hey. So, you get what I'm saying? Hey. So you see Yeshua, Yahshua, Yah-O-Shua, Savior. But that's just the Hebrew, and that's new.
Yep.
You go back to Africa, now you're getting closer to Eshu, which leads to Yeshu. Eshu is the gatekeeper, the intercessor. You can't get to Orumala, Oludumare. You can't get to them until you go through Eshu. And guess what you got to give Eshu? Some
please. Yeshua, motherfucker.
Bless you.
You got to give Eshu blood,
What do you mean blood?
Sacrifice.
just like Jesus.
Symbolism.
This is Africa.
Yeah. It all came back.
Blood
it all
of
goes back.
Jesus.
That includes
Stole it
that,
all,
now see,
man.
and this is
All
hence
stole
the validation point,
Especially
going back
King
to that,
James.
because this is still on the same point. Validation originally we seek validation from white people. Okay, after we were turned into niggas in 1619, not 1555, we were actually killing them and fighting against them for 64 years between 1555 and 1619. Hence, the whole 400 years being up now wasn't now, it was actually up 64 years ago. But validation from white folks is what we seek. That includes the dollar, because it's still white folks on the dollar. If we didn't want validation for white folks, we actually wouldn't want the American dollar. Just to be technical, we would still try to find ways to use other currency. We would find ways to barter. We'd have agreements, et cetera. But there's still this, I need this to feel as though I am something. Benjamin, good old Grant, good old Jackson, 2050, 100. So I still need this validation from white people. I can't part ways with this, even though the dollar is broke. It's been broke for a very long time. There's no gold behind it. All of the Federal Reserves, all 12 of them in the United States, are empty. So it's actually a joke. It's highly inflated. It's over $60 trillion in debt. So it literally is valueless, and you cannot go to certain countries with it. They'll laugh at you. So this is what's going on. So it's validation from white people. And we have to get back to validating ourselves, but we cannot validate ourselves or God if we do not know ourselves or God.
Well, you can't validate yourself if you don't have a definition for yourself that was authored by you.
Exactly.
What's your definition?
Exactly. Hence, as he was breaking down Christianity, when you go back to Islam, how that came from Africa. So we can be very clear. It was actually the all of this. It's so much. It's a lot of history,
from Africa.
but just when it comes to that, in the pyramids of Sudan, prior to Muhammad, at least 300 years prior to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born, they were uttering the name Allah in the pyramids of Sudan. At least 300 years before he was born. So Islam is a traditional African faith system. It stands for, the original scientific standing is I, self, Lord, and Master, meaning I am the originator. I am the God, one of the children of the Most High God. So we're not the supreme being. I'm not the one who created this entire thing, but I am a descendant of the supreme being. This is why we are the original people, or we are all gods, children of the Most High God. If we embrace that and understand that is what we are by nature, then things will change completely. We will actually snatch this universe, or this country, at least to start, under our control.
So in Arabic, the word for Most High is, well, we mispronounce it, Ali, like Muhammad Ali.
Greatest.
But it's Ayla.
Right? It's pronounced Ayla.
Ayla.
A-L-L-I.
In Hebrew, it's Ilyun. Or in Arabic, it's Aliyu. It means Most High. Aliyu, the Most High.
Allahu.
Right? So when you
Akbar.
say Allah, right, you have to first remember Allah is a word that's broken down. So the first two letters, A-L, al, in Arabic and in Hebrew are interchangeable. Al can be the,
Yes.
right? In Hebrew, al is L. You seen the airline,
E-L.
El Al,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? You're going to Jerusalem. You see the airline, El Al. That's the same thing. Arabic and Hebrew, El Al.
Yes.
Two ways of saying the.
Yes.
So when you say Allahu, right? Lahu means creative force. The creative force of will. Allahu. That's what Allah means. The creative force of will. Allahu. Now, the Most High, these are attributes
Characteristics, traits.
of Allah. Now, a traditional Muslim will say there are 99 plus 1 names of Allah.
Right.
El-Rahmanu, El-Rahimu.
That's beneficent, merciful.
Right. And both the word Rahman and Rahim are the same word. It's just that one is said, it has emphasis. It's said more forcefully.
The way you say it actually makes a big difference.
Right. So you have Rahman and then you have Rahim, beneficent and merciful. These are synonyms of each other. The root of both of those words is Rahama, right? Mercy. You know, and again, if you don't know the language,
Man.
if you ain't took time to figure out the language,
Is this why you think?
you don't really know what the fuck being told to you.
No. But I'm saying, like,
It's bad.
do you think this is why black people are so disconnected right now? Because it's like, even though you may not know a lot, you know that a lot of times when you talking to the average brother or sister, you're dealing with somebody who is basically lost.
Simple as that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how can you build with somebody who is lost?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Answer. You have to give them or return to them the knowledge of who they are in the most basic form. Just like I said, you are a God, a child of the Most High God. What is a God? It means one possessed with force and power. You have the ability to cause, create, destroy, change. Basics. Once they understand it, I'm not a nigga. No, the nigga wasn't born until 1619.
But wait, take it deeper. Take it deeper.
I was trying to be basic, but let's go.
No,
back.
hell no.
Let's go.
You hear the hell no.
I know. I'm not the one.
No,
Okay.
hell no.
All
Take
right.
it deeper.
Yes, sir.
Because if you say
God, should we go there?
yes.
Okay, God, brother.
Yes.
Gomer Az Dabar. Wisdom, strength, beauty. God. Now you're talking. You see, this is Greek. When you say God, that's Greek. Okay, and that's
That's what I
deals with
wanted right there.
Yeah. So see now, because I'm looking at
That's
this
what I wanted right there. tell the truth. Right.
when you're dealing with this, because all of it is words, but it's not just words, it's the actual letters that put them together. So you're dealing with God, Gomer, Az, Dabar, wisdom, strength, beauty, and a God together is one possessed with force and or power through his wisdom, through his strength and his beauty, and him or her.
And this is still their word.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's Greek.
I just want to be
Greek.
clear.
Right. We can go
because
let's
you
go
know how
first.
niggas get caught up.
Yeah. Let's go before Greek. We can
So go
before
ahead.
that. And then that's when you go into the Arabic, because then they try to say, okay, well, Hebrew and then Arabic or Aramaic. And they say, well, actually, it was Allah or Elah, E-L-A-H or E-L-A. And that, of course, is God. If you go back to Allah, which is long before any of those other words, and there's been many debates about it, but it has come out on top. Ah, meaning one, or the, or al, one. La, God, the one God in particular, without any partners or equals unto him.
But
It's
see,
very
this is
specific.
why I say you have to understand
His language.
You got to understand the
His
language.
is very deep.
Because depending on the dialect.
Yes.
But in most dialects of Arabic, the word la means no.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't
What do
say.
you mean I can start saying
So
lie?
you, so you can't.
bitches.
Yeah.
You
lie.
said lie.
It's no.
You lying.
So you can't. That's why
Yeah.
when you do
Yeah.
when you become a Muslim, you say la ilaha illallah. So
There is no
la,
God.
there is no
God.
la. There's no God except Allah.
I swear we just heard a little
La
autistic
ilaha
boy in
illallah.
Lamar saying all this shit. Am I lying, Jeff?
Said I heard an autistic boy
We
saying
won.
this.
He was saying la. La. Am I lying,
That's
Jeff?
what he was saying. It was in his heart.
Hey. But it was God speaking through him to us before we came to this show.
Straight up.
God was like,
You
"Do
must
the little
go.
retarded white boy."
You
He
must
was
go.
La.
You spoke
Him.
to-
Oh, Hahim.
But I'm just
The most.
Go the most high.
Nigga, eat your orange chicken and shut the fuck up.
no. But I say that to say you can't say la means Allah because it doesn't.
You just said it mean a lie.
La, the word la means no
Oh no.
in
I'm
Arabic.
sorry.
That's why you say la ilaha.
It's
So
illallah.
how do they do that translation though from Hebrew? You know, like when you got Arabic, Hebrew, and then
Arabic
Greek.
and Hebrew are the same language.
Okay,
They're just
so
different
when they
dialects.
translate it to English, it's another step, right? Before they get
It's
to
a very
English.
low step.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
absolutely.
Is it? I
Only
mean,
26 letters in the English
That's what I'm
language. It's one of the
saying.
youngest
So-
bastardized. So they literally don't understand it. So
That's
that's
what I'm
Say
saying.
that again.
It's no way to do it.
It's only 26
26
letters.
in the English
Right.
language. Is one of the youngest languages on the planet, one of the most bastardized languages.
yeah, it is.
Seriously, manipulated. You can have one word that has 30 different meanings. The word of has over 26 different meanings. So that's why they can trick you up in different contracts. They can trick you up
Yeah.
in court and on movies, etc., because they don't know
Yeah.
which definition you use. All that kind of stuff. It's
That's
really
real
insane.
talk.
Really insane.
So-
but language.
We breaking all of this down for a specific point.
Right. Go ahead.
Listen, man. Since I was 17 years old, I done read over 4,000 books.
I gotta get there.
I done studied all of it.
I can tell.
Now, no, I'm just keeping it. I'm just keeping it
That's real.
100. I done read
That's
over
real.
4,000 books. So there's no story about a God that could satiate me as a being. I know me, just little old me. If I'm one drop in the ocean, I'm bigger than all of the books. Just me. Just me as a single drop. I'm more powerful than the Quran. I'm more powerful than the Injil, the Revelations. I'm more powerful than the New Testament, the Old. I'm more powerful than all that shit. Those things are designed to imprison the student who refuses to graduate.
Beautiful. Beautifully stated. Correct.
Those, because people, listen,
Yeah.
now we get caught up in tradition. We get caught up in custom. Now remember, whatever the tradition, whatever the custom is, when you believe it and accept it, you are now enrolled in the army of that belief's defense.
Deep.
Religion, they're schools that you're supposed to graduate from. You're not supposed to be in that shit forever. You're not supposed to call yourself a Muslim forever. Not. You're not supposed to call yourself a Christian forever. These are schools. You get to levels of consciousness that transcends the whole concepts in those books. Those books are like spiritual Charlotte's Web. Like there's a meaning in Charlotte's Web. There's a meaning in that show. But you're not supposed to go, let me go find a spider that can do this shit. you understand?
Right,
You're not supposed to start worshiping spiders after seeing Charlotte's Web.
Right.
Again, the human mind needs metaphor and allegory in order to paint broader, grander pictures.
Correct.
So you could get a greater contextual understanding. You're not supposed to traditionalize something that was created at a particular time. Look at this. You're imprisoned to the dress. Well, I'm a Muslim now. I guess I got to go get a jalabiyah.
Is that what it's called?
Right.
A robe.
Jalabiyah, the long robe that looks like a dress.
I got to get
the
some
men wear.
pantaloon. I got to get a taqiyya. I got to get a taj. I got to get a...
which that's cultural. That ain't got nothing to do with
But
black
do you
folks,
see what
that's
I'm
their
saying?
Culture, right. And they mix that in there.
That's how I know a motherfucker in prison.
Correct.
I became a Buddhist. Well, you got some Rudraksha seeds. Well, that's great. The fuck that gonna do about your anxiety over your tax bill?
Yes.
Do you-
You have to separate the principle from the tradition. That is what the Honorable Minister Farrakhan went off about religion. He said there are too many people stuck in traditions and patterns which are supposed to put you back into who you were by nature. Once you get back to who you were by nature, there's no need for the book. There's no need for this. Those were put there to help to remind you and to bring you back to who you are by nature. Every nation receives a messenger. Every nation receives one to remind you of who you are by nature, to bring you back to your straight path. It's real simple. And then, of course, as I said, with the Caucasian, once they stepped in the road of religion, in the road of law, in the road of agriculture, in the road of everything to destroy it in every single way, grabbing the words of God and mixing them up, twisting them up to benefit themselves as a culture, to put themselves on top, to put us at the bottom. All this stuff. And that went for the entire planet on how they put the spin on it. So for us, we didn't have the book. And in the very beginning, we were the book. And that is the point. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
That is the point. That is what.
So what is that
We are the
road
living
called
book.
again? I'm sorry.
Jalabiyah.
Jalabiyah.
Jalabiyah. So if you see a man in a jalabiyah and he
Come
be
on.
like, baby, I'm finna go empty garbage. He lost, right?
What do you mean?
Just for asking permissions in a way
Oh.
to empty garbage. There's something wrong with him, right? Because I've seen guys who have all these degrees, but they have to let their girl know certain
If he's
shit.
wearing one of them, he's not going to be like that.
No.
He's going to
He
run
not?
his house. No. She's
You
not going to
sure?
tell it. Yeah.
This is America.
Nah,
Yeah.
he ain't wearing that and saying taking orders from. No,
Yeah,
it just don't work like that.
That is the Arab culture custom, and then it switches depending on what culture you're in, because of the dress and the garb is different. But in the Arab culture, sad to say, the Caucasian Arab culture, because the original Arabs were black, just to be specific.
So in the Arab
But
culture,
they-
men with dresses don't take no shit. But in
the
American
woman is
culture,
second class to
men with dresses love you to dig in their shit.
America switches up everything, and America anything goes, so that's different. America, I don't know. Some people worship. I mean, America has a dog for a mayor
Ain't that a
in one of
trap?
these states or cities.
You powerful in a dress in some places,
You're right.
but here you like backdoor power if you got on a dress.
In the Quran, it states that if a woman gets out of pocket.
That is. That's what he want to hear.
That's a very good-
Out of line.
That's what he want to hear right there.
With her husband. He made darba. Darba means to strike.
Strike.
Now, in
He
that,
may
I
strike
told you
her.
you're gonna love it. You're gonna love
says
this.
that in the Quran.
I want to see what Rizza got to say about this.
and I'm glad you brought that scripture because
Hey.
that's one that I studied the scholars on, specifically Dr. Zakir Naik, Dr. Brother Shabir Ali over in Arabia, in the Middle East. They were describing, they said, no. They broke down the whole word. They said strike specifically with a napkin or toothbrush. That word.
That word is
They
not
and they
there.
broke it down. No,
See,
not,
that's
no,
the
not that.
problem.
They broke it all the way down.
Wait.
They
Because
be
they-
fucking
What
up.
do you agree with this, though?
Now wait a minute. Because and mind you, just so you know
Nobody hit no
that
bitch with no napkin.
no, that's the point. Because in there, because I was asking, and once I studied that, because of course you have to break down the Arabic language, and again, everything matters. How you
Yeah.
say it, the inflection, it's all very specific. So in the specific way, because a lot of them have what Zoe is saying, a lot of them understand it that way.
But
And
I'm
that's why
saying-
they treat women the way
That
they
way
do.
do.
But it's-
Because
it's
a lot of them
both
have that
ways.
misunderstanding. We know what the truth, because that's not how you're supposed to do
So
it.
which one is right?
Wait,
Which one is
wait.
right?
It's both ways, Riza.
In that
Because
culture, that's how it's
Islam still has its King Jameses. Believe me, they be in there trying to change and switch shit up.
Yeah,
Of course. Absolutely.
Just like
Absolutely.
when the minister broke down who are the devils on the planet Earth. The Quran was quite specific.
Yeah.
When it said who?
It said the evil blue eye.
Yes.
And the word is zurka, zurkaya, blue. The evil blue-eyed, zurkaya.
White folks,
And they
European.
flipped that.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm
Yeah,
saying
all
is,
that.
in order to gain a wider reach, because remember, Islam got 1 billion followers too.
yep.
In order to gain a wider reach, they said, no, we ain't gonna say blue-eyed. We're gonna say blurry-eyed.
Is that what they
So
did?
you got Islamic scholars
They
that
touched
tamper
that.
and fuck
And
with the
they
book
change
too.
it.
Yes, they
That word
yes.
darba means to strike because they use it when they tell the woman to put on her kimar. Says when your kimar, your head covering, strikes your breast. The same
and
word
that's
is
hit.
darba. Hit your breast.
Yeah, it's hit.
So you gotta know the goddamn language.
language.
If you don't know, and you gotta know who's fucking the language in order to fuck the people.
Yes.
I'll never forget Darba.
Who's benefiting
What does Darba
from
mean?
what?
To strike.
Strike.
Just
Oh, I love that shit. I'm about to start my new line of clothes.
Darba.
Darba. Bitch.
Put this on.
You know what is interesting? That's very interesting because DARPA, 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 which is not spelled the exact same way, but DARPA or DARPA is the part of the United States government in the Department of Defense that manufactures bioweapons and animals that are robotic technology, robotic snakes and mosquitoes and all that. And they use that to try to kill lots of people. Just as an actual point, that was very interesting how you brought that up.
Darba, bitch.
Oh yeah.
So-
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we talked about the religious author of who we think we are. We talked about the money author of who we think we are. Because a lot of niggas think they something if they got money,
All day.
right?
Well, you something to nothing if you got money.
Keep going. Let's go.
Come on.
If you are dealing with those who are on starvation mode, both physically and mentally, your paper dictates you as that motherfucker. That's why I fuck with struggling minded bitches. So I can be the king.
Go
Of the-
ahead.
of the
Laugh.
bottom
You
dwellers.
can laugh.
Correct. I'm watching this.
I know
And
I'm
I
not
was
a
reading
king.
to see who's saying what, because
I'm not a king amongst the men who are men, but amongst the riffraff, I'm God. I darve a bitch.
If we were made in God's image, then call
That's-
us by our name.
and what he's saying is that's exactly that's how America handles business. That's how Israel handles business. They walk in with heavy bags, and people bow down, even if they don't agree with them, even if they don't like them. They're like, "You that dude."
But again,
You are the
Now
God
the ones I
to
care
me.
about, I
That's
tell
to
them
me.
this money ain't shit, but it don't matter because they want it so bad they still obey me. I feel weird when they be like, "Hey, daddy," yeah, right. man.
What's gonna happen
You gonna come without
if what's gonna happen if they don't obey you? What you gonna do? You gonna darba?
Darba.
Darba, bitch.
Darba.
Darba.
Crazy.
He said the throat.
Darba in the throat.
But see,
Yeah,
what
right.
I'm trying to bring as a full understanding. So much information here,
Yes.
right? This brother, who was a professor at the University of Texas A&M, his name is Dr. Tommy Curry. Dr. Tommy J. Curry wrote a book called The Man Not, Race, Class, Genre, and the Dilemmas of Black Manhood. Not only did the man break down the law where he showed white female victimhood codified in law. Like it's these bitches is victims by law.
Permanent benefit.
Go deeper. Explain that.
If a nigga during those times was walking down the street and you heard the Emmett Till story,
Absolutely.
there's a whole bunch of those stories.
Yes.
The youngest person ever that got electrocuted was a little 11-year-old boy. He on the cover of the book.
Yeah, they killed that boy.
George Stinney.
Right?
His
Stinney,
name,
yep,
George
that's
Stinney.
him. Yep.
What he breaks down in this book
Wow.
is that the idea around black masculinity, right? If you go back to motherfucking Birth of a Nation, the movie,
Yes.
oh, the hypersexual, dangerous motherfucker that will fuck all white women,
Right.
right?
Early 1900s.
Oh, right? Early
Yes.
19, right?
Yes.
He breaks down white women raping
Yeah.
black slave men, but they
Yes.
can't say shit.
Right. They were the number one rapists, by the way.
Wait, we talking about in
White
Jim
women.
Crow era.
Yes.
Say that again, Rizza.
White women were the number one rapists of slaves. It wasn't just white men. They had entire in Jamaica and all throughout this country, people were being raped, and it was the white woman primarily who was pushing that.
And you only
Who
got
was
a
now-
touch
now-
of
now-
you only got a touch of it in Mandingo. Remember that?
Right.
Now
Now,
they were
the
co-signing it. They
sample,
were
yeah.
enhancing it. They were pushing more, picking who should be broke. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
they were very
now,
wicked.
now, watch their caveat though. If you say something, I'ma tell them you was pursuing me.
Yes.
Cause I'm codified
Yeah.
in law
That's right.
as a victim, nigga.
Yeah.
Protected forever.
Now give up the deck.
Oh, and yes. Yes. Oh, and
Darba.
when we say rape,
Talking about this pussy, nigga.
and yes, that's what I was gonna say. So everybody on camera can know when we say rape, we're talking about white women forcing black men to have sex with them.
Yes.
That was a primary one. They didn't want
Yeah.
nothing to do with this nasty Caucasian man who didn't know how to take care of himself, didn't know how to bathe and use alcohol for everything, including toothpaste. It was disgusting. So
Right.
she went out to the barn and was
Attracted to
messing
him,
with
yeah.
Brother Kunta.
Yeah.
Because we are well endowed, and they all wait to this day.
She couldn't
They,
believe it
they
when she saw
love the
it.
black man and say they cannot get it so much. They will do whatever to get around black men, and I'm sure.
Rizza, as you travel more, because I know, listen to
Oh
me,
no,
brother.
it happens now.
When you travel to
now.
these towns, especially like places like Iowa,
Iowa,
Oh yeah,
Milwaukee,
I've been there yet.
all you see
Denver,
is
Colorado.
white women and a black man.
Simple as that.
I mean, have you noticed that yet?
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Oh,
when
yeah.
you after a while you just say, God damn.
Yeah. That's how it was in Portland, Oregon. That's how it was in Washington,
Perfect
state of
example.
Washington.
Perfect example. Portland, Oregon.
Yeah,
Denver.
It was crazy.
Colorado.
So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, who are these people in my? What the fuck? I just heard some noise. Who are these folks?
Now, this is
Yeah.
Jay.
Are they in the right room?
Yes, no, he is definitely.
Oh, okay, cool.
he-
All right, these
yes,
your
that's right.
folks.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, cool. I was about
Yes,
to
sir.
say,
Yes, sir.
niggas about to get darbered up in this motherfucker.
Putting that
I'm putting that on my ring. That word. That's funny as heck. I got you. Yes. Got you.
I remember certain
that
stuff,
ring
Rizza.
Hold on, let me do this real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Mansions on VOR. This is Wednesday, Mansions Wednesday, here on Dash Talk X, on Dash Radio. We talking about manhood, black
Yes.
manhood in particular, right? We're talking about who should black men seek to be validated by in America. Who validates us? Is it our woman? Is it our mama? Is it our fathers? Who validates us? What ideas do they have, and where do they get them from? Are we imprisoned to the ideas that were authored by the oppressor. And if we're seeking validation, are we ultimately seeking validation from the oppressor?
Come on.
Corey?
Well, it's quite obvious we're seeking validation from the oppressor. No matter how self-aware I think I am one who has the courage to admit I fall into all kinds of traps that come with land of the lost. But I will say this. I'm not in the trap and trying to stay there. I'm in the trap trying to get out. I'm not saying that make me better, but I am happy that I know the bullshit when I see it. You can't tell me this is good if it ain't good, because I'm telling you, my instincts is going to kick in and say this is bullshit.
Right.
So when Jeff said earlier, validation amongst, the brothers, them the only people who can really tell me anything, and I listen with an open heart.
But they gotta be these kind of brothers.
Right, that's what I was just going to say. Yeah. A man who has shown himself to be who he says he is. You can't talk to me if you bullshit me.
Right.
It's something inside me to shut down. I'll be this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, if it's somebody besides me I seek validation from, it's motherfuckers who stand on it and keep it in 100. And that could be a pimp.
Right.
That could be a motherfucking whore in the street. Long as you are who you say you are to me, present yourself as who you say you are, I'll listen to what you got to say.
Tell us this then. How difficult is it for one to stand in his own truth? First off, how does he get on the path of discovering his truth? How does he find his purpose? And then once he discovers his truth and finds his purpose, how then does he hold on to it and stand on it?
I'll tell you how.
That's open for everybody. Go ahead. We'll go
Corey,
Rizza.
You just got to admit who you are, and admitting who you are, don't be afraid to talk about the things you're ashamed of. Because when you're afraid to talk about the things you're ashamed of, you hold it in. And I know when you hold in certain things, it's because of shame. It's because of a negative reason you holding it in. That's why I talk about the shit I'm ashamed of. Like if I eat a bitch ass. I'm not proud of that, but I've done it before. And I need to be better, because they don't deserve that from me.
I need to hug you. I'd shake your hand more.
Muslims kiss each other on the cheek. They don't know that shit.
Muslim eat ass too. Don't let them fool you, guys.
Just a pound. That's
right.
From now
Is ass pork?
His ass pork. Kinzir.
I like throwing RZA off a little bit, because you know what I'm saying? He's a strong brother.
Family.
No, he's a strong brother. He know what my heart is.
Yeah,
that's why RZA fuck with me. But I'm just saying, I love to see RZA go, oh, Corey, you didn't do that.
I can't throw my brother away for nothing. Man. I love my brother. He's crazy as hell.
I just believe that with the heart, man believeth unto righteousness. But I also believe that man's heart is deceitfully wicked by nature. I believe this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I seek approval from God only. But the brothers that are righteous, I have to get my eyes opened. I'm like a sponge. I'm just trying to receive all the knowledge I can get so I can pass it on to other brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're supposed to do. If we just keep it to ourselves, what are you doing?
I wonder what you say when you say you seek approval from God. The only reason I don't say I seek approval from God, because everything I know about God is what I was told by somebody.
But not that God, the inner self, the inner consciousness God, that we are gods. You know what I'm saying? Not the one we were taught.
Right. I feel
And again, that comes from quiet.
Yeah. That's deep.
That comes from quiet.
That's real.
Silence. See, society is designed to curate your consciousness with selected content, approved information.
Whoa. Approved information.
Do you understand? I can't let a piece of the infinite source of all that is recognize that it's that. It must be governed. And if I can govern it, I can source it for its resources. I can mine it. That's what the Matrix is.
Yeah.
Everybody's a fucking battery feeding the system. But from the batteries come the one who breaks the rules of all the machines.
Neo.
I can't let you motherfuckers realize that you're the one.
How about that?
I can't.
It's real.
The fuck? Why would I do that? Then where's my motherfucking palatial estates and bitches and boats and trips? Where's all that gonna go if you niggas ain't working for me, worshiping me?
Deep.
One, we are taught in the Nation of Islam that self-improvement is the basis for community development. Your community will never improve if you refuse to improve yourself. Number one. Number two, as the brother was saying, as it pertains to being righteous and or wicked, we are taught that we are born righteous and are righteous by nature, but we are made wicked by circumstance, our environment, our parents, whoever rose us or whoever reared us and raised us in the environment, the television we watched, what happened in the streets, etc. As a child, we're watching this and we soak it up, and then we evolve or become what it is that has been a collection of things that we have seen and observed. Next point, when it comes to being validated or who we seek the validation from, as you were saying, Zoe, because you asked about 4 different questions. When we say being validated by God and God alone, as he was saying, and I believe as Corey and all of you were saying, it is that side of yourself that is based in integrity only. It is based in what you know is right, and you choose to do what is right, regardless to whom or what, even if it is against yourself. You know what's right by nature, and you know what's wrong by nature. Now, it can change depending on the environment where you're at, etc. But you know, nobody had to tell you that you shouldn't kill your mother. Nobody had to tell you that you shouldn't rape your child. No one had to tell you that. Right. No one had to tell you these things. You know these things by nature.
Abort a baby by a crackhead.
Exactly. No, all of this is all very correct. And the last question that Zoe brought up, which is, why is it, or what is it that will help us to overcome I believe it was the fear of standing on what it is that we know, basically maintaining integrity. What is it that we should do? Why can't we just do that? Speak the truth regardless to whom or what? It is because, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, we still fear death. You must lose your fear of death, because after that, then what's left? That's why we can say whatever the hell we want to say to this white man. I don't give a damn what you got to say.
One who loves his life will lose it.
Simple.
Ooh. Now, watch this.
But he who gives his life shall gain eternal life.
Now, watch this. Now,
Very simple.
We go back to ancient Kemet. These motherfuckers already know that the Sphinx is the youngest object there.
Come on.
But the Sphinx is also over 20, 30,000 years old. They know that because of the water, right?
Was it a what?
The erosion, the water erosion on that motherfucker. They knew that that fucking desert was covered in water at some point. And it eroded this motherfucker. But they will lie and say it's 4,000, 5,000 years old.
And even though they are younger than 7,000, so how can you even tell?
Right. Now,
Anyway, yes, sir.
then the Sumerians.
Wow,
They'll
that's
say the Sumerian civilization
Yes, sir.
is 6,000 years old. Even though they find, Gobekli Tepe, that little temple that they found, and say, oh, shit, go back 30, 40, 50,000 years. See, they don't mind changing the narrative, because the narrative that you accept as the truth, because they're the authority and the validator of what you accept. Like, I went to school for this. I know this. No, nigga, you know the version they prepared for you to eat.
They taught
Correct.
you. Right.
See,
Egyptology.
if I can control what you think, if I control what you know, and I control what you feel, I control the reality you build. I know exactly what you gonna do, motherfucker, because I wrote it.
I set it up for you to get there, motherfucker.
Do you hear? I think I'm meeting you over here because I know where to go.
I drew up your map.
Do you see?
Very simple.
It ain't Chris Paul throwing you the alley-oops. It's me.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's me, nigga. Now catch this shit.
It was in one of them James Bond movies. The motherfucker said, all you've been through, it was always me. I did this to you. And it was deep when he said it. I was like, I get
That's
that.
real.
Yeah, no, it's real.
I've always been ahead of you.
See, and that's why we can't
'Cause I'm
seek
wicked.
validation from it. Right. And that's why we can't seek validation. The moment, and I don't know if I'm jumping ahead regarding Mitch McConnell. I don't know if you want to wait for that. No. When this is a devil. Very simple. Like Donald Trump, he's an admitted open devil. Real simple. But Mitch McConnell, he is the Senate majority leader over the Senate. You're talking about roughly half of Congress. You have the House of Representatives, then you have the Senate. These collectively are known as Congress. They pass laws that affect over 340 million people in America. This is the body of people. He said, I don't think it's a good idea to give reparations to people when we are alive today and no one who was alive back then who did what they did are alive today. We shouldn't have to take responsibility to do anything like that. We gave you a black president. We had a civil war.
Even.
Yeah, basically saying,
even,
listen, nigga, we're even. Niggas, we're even. Even though the Civil War was fought by bankers, international bankers, August Belmont on one side and your family on the other side, white folks were behind that. Let us be very specific, and international bankers were behind that. It had nothing to do with ending slavery, not even in the slightest. No, so all of that was a lie. So even that was a lie. But a black president, Obama, again, is Kenyan. He's not a Negro from America. He's an African brother. This is another. Go ahead.
I want to ask y'all something.
Yes.
Because this is what I really want y'all to think about. All the books that you guys have read,
Yes, sir.
were they there for you to read? Is that what they wanted you to know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you about to say something that I was getting ready to type it as you was. All religions.
So he just said it.
All fucking religions are shadow truth.
Correct.
They only become real when you accept and believe. This is why there is a declaration on every religion for you to declare your belief. The Muslim has to declare, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu alhamdulillah. You got to say this shit in order to be it.
It's called the profession of faith.
You say they shadow proof.
Shahada.
They're shadow beliefs. It's called the Shahada.
Yes.
Wa Muhammadin Rasulullah. You got to say all
I
that.
bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger, etc. That is the confession of faith.
Yes, you got to
confession of faith.
again. It is your belief that is the creator of realities.
Yes.
That's why I need you to confess your belief. You're a Christian, you got to confess with your heart and your mouth.
That's right. And believe
You got to accept Jesus into
Your personal savior.
That's really and very.
So what is real?
you. You are the only thing that's real.
Yes.
Wow.
Now that's the African.
Now mind you. Now
that's the African. The African says Ori.
Yes.
Yes, you have access to your ancestors.
Wow.
Yes, you have access to the Orisha, but it's your Ori that governs all of it.
And that is why there's a separation between the Muslim world in specifically in Arabia or in the Middle East and the Nation of Islam, only primarily in this sense, which is that we know and we teach the original spirituality, the original, not simply African, but prior to the name or title African, but Asiatic of the planet, the original version, which is you are a god. You are an originator from the supreme being. The same exact thing, which came long before books were invented.
But
long before
that's why we got to imprison you.
Exactly.
So,
And that's
so what
why.
do you believe when you
the
die?
difference.
What happens when you die?
Well, that's the greatest mystery. That's what keep motherfuckers in line.
I know. That's why I'm saying that. What happens when you die? You know what I'm saying?
Your body, of course.
Your body.
Nigga,
This
steal
is
your
not
jury.
you.
I know.
You
Then
are
fuck
the
your
individual.
flesh.
Right. You're not the flesh. You are
What
the
happens
spirit.
to your spirit is what I'm saying.
So watch this.
You get on a plane.
Like motherfuckers just it's how you want to look at it.
Dubai.
It's how do you want to see it?
So it's imaginary.
Because remember, whatever the thinker thinks, the prover will prove. As a man thinks, so is he.
So
What does that mean?
So
What does that mean? See, science went back to Africa. They went to the Dogon.
Originally, yes.
They went to West Africa.
astrology.
They went to the Songhai.
Yep.
They know.
Yes.
Okay, all this knowledge come out of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know what Africa say?
They know that.
Let a baby be born. Some of our Southern African Americans still have this tradition. Let a baby be born. They bring that baby, and your grandmama or your auntie or whoever the oldest will say, who came back? Let me see who came back.
Wow.
Yes.
Bring that baby here. Let me see who came
big, man.
back.
So you're saying
That's when they
it's
sit them in
perpetual.
circles
It's
Now,
life, full circle.
Spirit. Oh, spirit
listen,
is
we
spiritually.
created all this shit. The Hindus will say, oh, it's the cycle of samsara.
Hinduism. Yeah.
The Hindus is niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not niggas. No, they're not. Okay, we go back
Yeah.
to that DNA marker 75,000 years ago where the first Africans stepped foot on the southern tip of India.
So is that the oldest? Is that the oldest religion? Hinduism? Is
No.
What's the oldest religion?
They all
Orig-
are kids.
Okay. So what's the original and the oldest?
It ain't got a name.
There's no name. So it's just
Streetism.
No, it's
just-
first off, you talking animism. Animism is nature.
right.
This is why when you see Kemet, when you see the Orisha or Yoruba, this is elements. You say Shango, you're talking about the god of thunder. Well, that's Thor. The white people took that and made it Thor.
Yeah.
And this is how we get Thursday.
it did.
And that
Yeah,
came from
yeah,
Shango.
yeah.
That came from Shango.
And this is how we get
He was
Thursday.
the original thunder.
Thor's Day.
Yes.
Thursday.
All our
Correct.
days are from the
Different
Norse gods.
Yep.
Yeah.
All our months are from the Romans.
Yeah.
June,
Correct.
January,
Yeah, all that.
Janus,
Yeah.
August, Augusta.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Used to be Aprilis, Martius. Oh, that's real stuff. White
America
folks-
is a copy
Yes.
of
You get it?
yeah.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
no. Is this a good way to put it in layman's terms?
Somebody said Zoe is a pagan. And Christopher, but listen,
He's a pagan.
that's a European talking. It
Yes,
has to
of
be.
course
and
it
if he's
is.
black, he has a European mind.
100%. That's why the comments, I've seen some of the funniest comments, but just because I missed something, I didn't put something in here specifically. Because people are talking about Islam and they're saying the Nation of Islam doesn't know anything about Islam. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan just returned from Mecca about a week and a half ago by invitation from the King of Saudi Arabia. The King. He was sat in the clock tower overlooking the Kaaba, which is the black stone, which represents the original black nation. It represents the original black people. So most of those circling or walking around the Kaaba don't realize that they're trying to kiss the black stone when we are that black stone upon which that represents. But it's talking about the original people. He was there, and one of the people, by the way, he was swarmed by people. And one of the people walked up to him, an Arab, and he said, when we see you, we see Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like he went in the whole everything. He went to the whole language. He said, when we see you, we see Prophet Muhammad. Brother, they were waiting for him to come back. Wow. For those who talk about the nation is not real Muslims and go claim Elijah Muhammad. No, we don't just claim. We profess the truth, and we know what we say. Elijah Muhammad isn't God. That's not what we're saying. But when we go there and we stand on that original truth, which we were brought, which came from the original land, long before the Caucasian mix on Islam too, as Zoe Williams was pointing out beautifully, because the white men unstepped on every damn thing.
And let me say this.
Just to be very clear.
Finish that. Yeah, finish
just to be
that.
very clear. So we speak and we stand on our truth. Again, as some of you were saying, how can you have to lose your fear of death? Because you can't just roll up in Arabia and just say whatever the hell you want to say. That don't roll. They can chop your head off. This is their law. Right. If you go in there and start trying to push something that they don't believe, and you try to tell them that this is what God is and this is what we should, they can bring you up on charges and they can chop your head off by law. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, not only was he invited there, but he was brought in, he was toured around, he was brought in as a king.
Highly
They know
respected.
who he is. And I'm not just saying as the man, I'm saying spiritually, they know who he is. And so that is what recently occurred. And he is going to speak on that, inshallah, God willing. But I just want everybody to understand, just so we can get that very clear. When it comes to Islam, we teach the original understanding of what Islam
Farrakhan
is.
has no fear of death.
No, please.
At all.
Please. Please.
Can I say this?
Death is a punk.
Let me just say this, man.
Go ahead.
I respect Farrakhan. I don't have to agree with Farrakhan,
Not at all.
but I respect him.
That's
You
it.
know why I respect the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
I respect Farrakhan. I respect Malcolm.
Absolutely.
But let me tell you why I respect Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Louis Farrakhan for a second. First off, Malcolm is my hero. I fuck with Malcolm.
Absolutely.
To me, there's just a little rub between Malcolm and Farrakhan. But let me just say this about the belief of the Nation of Islam. I don't give a fuck if it's real or fake. I don't care if it's true or false. You know why? You know why? The one reason why I don't care if the Nation of Islam's doctrine is true or false. You know why?
Right.
The results.
Because it was a black man who said, fuck this bullshit book. I'm finna write up my own shit, my own narrative. This is my savior. This is my belief. At the very least, I can say Elijah Muhammad put that shit together himself.
And let me say this.
That's the and I appreciate. To me, that's an original narrative.
Yeah.
You got all the Muslims around the world going, "What the fuck kind of Islam is that?" You know, originally when the Nation of Islam first came on the scene, Muslims from over there was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is how they were.
And for me, I don't
Yes.
give a fuck. This black man, Elijah Muhammad, built a nation within a nation, did work, bought businesses, had deals.
Resurrected
With
hundreds of
They
thousands.
had deals with motherfucking the mafia. Don't fuck with them. Had deals with the KKK. We coming down there. Don't do this. Don't. This shit was out. Like, these niggas got some shit together because they together.
Built a nation.
He wrote a narrative. I don't care if it's real or not. The fact that it's believed in and accepted makes it a reality. I don't think people understand. What you believe, you conceive. That is the way the universe is designed. Now, you'll wait until a white man come out and say, oh, okay, here's the measurement theory where this particle splits in two and becomes two
atoms.
particles when it's being observed.
Scientology.
All
Right?
day. Come on.
No, that white man created a narrative. He ain't the only one.
L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah.
Everybody
Ron-
created so many different things.
L. Ron Hubbard came out and said, you want to get rich? Create a religion.
Got something for you.
The motherfucker said that, and then later, this is a science fiction writer, and then later the motherfucker creates Scientology.
Yeah.
Well,
With-
I'll tell you this.
with information, just so you know, because a lot of different there's so many different things that I've learned when it comes to different religions. But with and studying the book Dianetics, have you any of you read that?
Yeah.
The first page
I
of
read that
Dianetics,
shit.
first
Yeah,
page of
I
Dianetics says that this is a study of over 50,000 years of thinking men upon which Dianetics and Scientology would not be possible. The credit is theirs, not mine. He admitted that
Yeah, he had
what
to.
he got didn't
had
come from
to.
him. It came from the original people. I said, that's very interesting. He's one of the only white men to ever give credit back to the people that it came from, the original people. He even said that the most wicked of white people is the American and the German.
Look at that.
That was very interesting. See, these are things. See, the funny thing is we are taught in the Nation of Islam to study the white man, for he makes no excuses for his failure. I'm looking at how you handle your business. How the hell did you do this? How did you do that? Why are you at the top? What did you do? We need to study our enemy. That is exactly what the art of war teaches. Don't sit there and complain about it. Study that, or else you will continue to be a victim of it. So I've studied, just like Brother Zoe, you study multiple religions. You have to. You have to study different sciences. You have to study different ways of life, how people think, different strategies. You have to study this. If you are so close-minded, then you will be a victim like some of the people who are just commenting. They just talk about things they don't know a damn thing about.
You goddamn right. That's what I was trying to say about Zoe.
that's
So said he don't care about all that nonsense.
And I don't give a damn about what none of y'all say.
I'm here to tell you, as
You
a
guys
man
just
who
keep
has
speaking the
traveled to a whole bunch of states that is in this country, the best of us as black people are the Nation of Islam, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best of us.
Yeah.
It's the most discipline you gonna see. It's the most. You want to have a conversation with somebody? You know what I'm saying? Talk to the people who are down with the nation, because they seem to have been taught how to communicate with people.
Discipline, man.
You get what I'm saying?
that's the
so
key.
what are you talking about
takes time.
as you sit up and run your mouth about something that I know you ain't even looked into. You just naturally one who comments like you comment. That's why you can't take them seriously, because they put no effort into their comments.
No, they don't.
You get what
They
I'm
just
saying,
talk. They just
RZA?
talk. And
If
they-
somebody say something about you, if you figure out who that person is, you'll be like, why did I waste 5 minutes on this?
Literally. Literally.
Right. That's real.
Literally. And I'd be laughing. I'm like, man, people do whole videos on people that they don't like, or they just want to make stuff up. It's really sad, honestly. It's like with all the stuff going on in the world, while we are out here doing our best to do something about the issue or the problem, there are people trying to create more problems. It's really a sad
I
life
want to make a
live.
movie about who are you after you cut the computer off.
Right.
After they get off that screen, who is that? That is a struggle.
But you know what?
Right. No, that's real.
I do believe this, though. We can't be afraid to question anybody.
Ever.
Yeah.
To me, questioning is the cornerstone of intelligence, of intelligent development as a person. This is how you learn. This is how you grow. If you're not asking questions, if you're not questioning anything that's presented to you, shit, you're just somebody who's receiving.
What's that? The
So,
more you learn,
this is
the
what happens to
less
so
you
many
know.
people
Simple as that.
as they live in a house and grow up with their mother. If you dare question Jesus,
Shit, if you question her,
yeah.
shit,
Man.
Well,
Yeah, but
question
let
where
alone
she got her
Jesus.
information from.
you understand? You can't question your mama.
You can't talk with logic to
Question your mama.
the people
Yeah,
in
that's
church
one.
and your mama.
My son's senior year coming up, and I trained him when he was little. I said, nigga, you got to look at the referee in the same way you look at your mama.
Wow.
I said, you can't win an argument with your mama, and you can't win an argument with a referee.
How about that?
So don't argue
good
with
analogy.
neither
That's
one
an
of these
analogy.
motherfuckers.
Good
That's
analogy.
a good analogy.
Yeah.
That is.
Do you understand?
That's a good analogy.
But so again,
That's dope.
when we come back to this thought here, this is why I'm very careful of what I accept to be true. What I know, white men recontextualize black spirituality and turn it into science.
Yes. 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 And
That's
and-
deep as hell.
Yes.
And
Yes.
profited
Yes.
off it, though. They
Yeah, and
profited off
yes.
it as well.
Yes.
America is a con and a hustle.
Yeah.
Of course. See, as was it Booker T. Coleman?
Not just
complimented me?
America.
Those are all white people.
You know.
He said white people.
It's all
That's
white
Yeah.
people. Well, you have no
Germans, European.
civilization. You weren't civilized. We had to civilize you. You didn't know what soap was. We had to give you soap. You didn't know virtually anything about anything with intellect, civilization, any type of
They got
righteousness or
everything
behavior.
from Africa.
Everything. We had to give it to you.
Everything.
You were a savage with hair growing all over your body, eating raw meat or crawling things on the damn, surfaces within the hills and cave sides of Europe. You had nothing. You slept with a dog like you do today, and the Holy Quran has
And
a whole
this is a
chapter
fact.
talking about the people. 100, brother. They still sleep with the dog today. They still eat meat raw. How would you like your steak, sir? Medium
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah.
This is
But bleeding.
this is just to be very, and they still, some of them are born with a 6-inch tail connected to the end of their spinal cord. This is still today. A lot of them still say, if you get tired or sleepy, what do? Walk on your all fours. There are still Caucasians near the Caucasus Mountains right now who walk on their all fours.
Caucasus
as they
Mountains.
did back in
Yeah.
the day. This is very real. This is not racism. This is
Yeah.
actual fact. And they are trying to run away from the history, which, by the way, most of them don't even know anything about.
Right. And now this is me too.
But the wise of them do.
This is me too, man. Like, I don't mind people being what they are.
At all.
You and your religion. Enjoy that shit. Grow. Learn from that shit. That's your path. Right? The Quran says, Adina Sirat al-Mustaqim. The straight and narrow
That's right.
pathway of those who came before you. Stay on the sirat. Stay on the pathway.
Straight path. Yes, sir.
Adina Sirat al-Mustaqim. Stay on that. Okay. Your sirat is different than mine.
Etc.
Now, if you
Straight path.
don't
Way of
graduate
living.
from whatever you studying, then you become an inmate to that belief system. If you don't graduate, you become an inmate.
You're a prisoner.
You're a prisoner to tradition.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Traditionalism.
For me, once I saw the scientists say our consciousness affects what the electron is about to do. So this motherfucker don't appear until it recognizes that we looking at it. So it know we looking for it, and then it shows up. Yeah. It's called the wave function collapse. So you mean reality isn't a wave until we look at it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So now,
That's deep.
when you go back to the Bible and it says, "As a man thinketh, so
shall
is
he
he,"
be. Yeah.
that shit makes sense.
Yeah.
When the fucking Rumi, the poet, said, "What you are seeking is seeking you." When Krishnamurti said, "The observer is the observed," I
Simple as
said,
that.
okay, the scientists are taking the spirit shit and proving it scientifically. So you mean to tell me that we live in an intention-based reality, and if I focus, I can manifest some shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Manifestation.
Yes.
And you mean to tell me all our spiritual divination, whether it be astrology, numerology,
Mysticism.
Kama Sutra, all this shit was used to
World
manipulate
religion.
the matrix of this reality to bring forth manifestation? Yeah. And now this shit is called pagan and new age and voodoo and off limits?
It made us
Of
believe
course,
it.
nigga. The fuck I need you doing this shit. I remember.
So you said a person is a prison of what they believe until they graduate. So you telling me the best way to describe the average black woman in America, black woman and man of America is, those people are prisoners of Christianity. Because they never
yes.
graduate through it.
Absolutely.
They just
No.
hear about it,
They're in it.
study and dab in it a little
Yes.
bit,
Yes.
and stay there till they die.
So shall a
Yes.
man think?
Yes, and I won't receive. I won't go into heaven until
So
I
is
die.
he.
That's
See,
what they.
see,
That's, what
that
we're
promise
taught.
right
Christian-
there, that heaven.
Yeah,
all
brother.
they want to think about is and
See,
it gets worse.
It's like when I first moved to LA and I came out here and I just thought, oh my God, here it goes, the world, I'm about to conquer it. And then I found out, no, there's nothing for you to conquer. That's not your world. You're not finna submit to what they want you to submit to. You basically have to find another way, even though you've been chasing this for years. I think that's what black people in America need to realize about Christianity.
Yes.
well,
It's-
here the trick. Here's the trick.
It's not a
though.
monster in your room. It's a speaker on the other side of the building that the white man is playing.
They make you afraid
think it's a
of
monster
they make
in
you
there.
afraid of death, but they promise that if you believe in this religion, you'll go to heaven.
Correct.
See, and
Correct.
that's the average person's way of thinking, especially Christians.
And heaven and haven mean the same thing.
What does haven mean?
A safe
Safe
place.
haven.
Right.
A
Safe
safe
haven.
haven.
And
Yeah,
the
that's
most
real.
and the most
So
honorable-
heaven is a condom.
Yes.
It's the same.
How about it? Or a panic room.
in
Basically,
the most elementary
Right.
way. You're crazy as heck.
Heaven is bulletproof glass, you fucks. What the fuck
Now,
are you talking
which
about?
leads into this description of it, which leads right here. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that heaven is not a place because places are limited. He said
Exactly.
heaven and hell are conditions of existence.
yeah.
Right
And that's
now,
real.
if you got a full
Yeah.
belly, you just ate real good, you watching your favorite movie, you relaxing, your bills are paid, you in heaven. If you broke, you got loans, you got
You don't know
credit
where that
card
money
bills due,
coming
you
from.
got these people calling you, etc. All this stuff going on, you are in hell.
But people-
it is a condition.
But people
Wow,
are banging
that's-
on Christianity.
Damn, RZA.
But it's all the basic religions.
The messenger, brother.
Yeah.
The basic religion.
Jehovah's Witnesses, Catholicism, mysticism.
Listen,
Coreyism.
just understand. There's three
That's the
religions.
true religion, right?
There's
Not the genes, but
there's three religions, and they all come out of Abraham.
Correct.
yeah.
Those
What are the
three.
three?
The three basic, what I call spiritual kindergarten.
Wow.
Christianity, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam.
Yep.
That's ABC 1, 2, 3 spirituality.
Yes.
You want to get to the higher consciousness that when you're looking at these theoretical physicists, what are they studying? Oh, they're studying Taoism. They're studying Buddhism and Hinduism because they deal with higher consciousness.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get Christians who ain't even read their book,
No.
who say they believe in a whole bunch of different gods. Nigga,
They're going to hell. You in hell right now, sir.
It is so, man. And this is why religion is the number one most debated about or discussed topic on the planet, because there are so many layers to this.
The greatest hustle.
And second to that will be politics. So it's religion, then politics. But because there is so much, and especially when we talk about Christianity, of course, people have to know a lot about that. Islam, Judaism. If you don't know anything about those three, everything else is pretty much like, okay, well, that's fine. But you should learn about those and then learn about what came before those.
That's why I tell people
Everyone should.
to get this book. There's a book out here because I got books for y'all to read if you really want to put yourself.
If you
up
want to
on
break
game.
through,
I
huh?
definitely have a couple to suggest
You know.
regarding that as well.
Religious Literacy by Stephen Profol or something like that. Religious Literacy.
I tell girls, if you don't want to read a book, just look at who your baby is by, and it will begin your journey toward trying to get it right.
There
That's
it
actually a
is.
very good point.
There it is. Religious Literacy by Stephen Prothero. Get that book. The fucking book starts off. America is the most religiously diverse country in the world, yet it is the most religiously illiterate.
Yes.
And divided.
Yes.
Come on. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about they belief.
No.
And they don't know shit about nobody else's belief.
No. But everybody's talking about belief. All talking.
God bless you.
And this is why I say when we go back to the black man, you looking for validation from a confused nation.
Come on.
From the rulers of a confused and demonic nation.
Correct.
We were talking about it last night. One of the key elements for black male success within the construct of corporate America is bending the knee, capitulation.
Correct.
Nigga, if you come in here and I feel like you're aggressive. Now remember, aggressive don't mean what the fuck's up, nigga. It don't mean that.
Right.
Aggressive could mean you do know you misspelled that.
Disagree.
Oh, this nigga, this old uppity nigga here, this motherfucker think he's smarter than everybody.
Any sign of disagreement?
Actually, it's everybody.
It's everybody.
That's a great
Raheem.
You better
Do you
get
get
out
what
of here
I'm
before I
saying?
derb you.
You get what I'm saying? So we live in a culture that's afraid of who we really are. Because whether you remember who you really are or not, they damn show
No. And they know.
Because if they didn't know, they
know.
wouldn't be hell-bent on holding you back. They say, so who the fuck is holding you? Ain't nobody holding you back. What the fuck is you talking about? That's just like Mitch McConnell saying what he said. First off, slavery ends. You don't tell certain niggas for a year and a half that it's over.
That's bad.
That's Juneteenth. It's today.
That's today.
That's
Juneteenth.
today. You don't tell a few niggas in Texas that it's over for a year and a half. These niggas still think okay, cool. All right. So then after it's supposed to be over, you niggas then implement Jim Crow,
Come on.
which
Come on.
is
Same as
legislation and laws and codified laws to keep niggas back.
slave codes. Black
Slave
They
codes.
said when the slaves were free, they were like, where we gonna go?
Right.
What we supposed to do now?
Some ran back and
I
put the
would go
shackles
to my
back
bitch
on.
crib, but she ain't got a crib.
I got a slave side bitch.
Right.
I got a slave side.
See, and what baffles me, and this is how you know, man, I laugh. I still couldn't.
Nigga
You
gotta
know,
fuck
get-
a bear. At least a bear got a cave I can lay up in.
Man, it just blows my mind. Man. And I'm telling you, so man, that's the difference, man, between the social media world and the real world. Too many people's
social
minds are
media,
stuck
man.
more in technology than in real life. That people actually get stuck in this stuff. So when you hear someone like the Senate Majority Leader make a statement like that, basically, niggas, we ain't giving you nothing.
That raised
His
some
life
red-
ain't in
that-
danger.
That,
No, listen.
that was some red flags, man, for me always because of history. How could we all
Yes.
be judged the same way? And now you have social media, but back in 1875 there was no so how would that be fair? You know what I'm saying? How would a man that lives 27 years be judged the same as a man that lives 65 years?
People have
That's
a
why I
false
always
sense, yeah.
question that as far as Christianity go and heaven and Judgment Day and all that. I had to question it because just for that logic, I was like, nah, this can't be right.
And
I question everything easy.
And let me say this too. I respect all the young cats that are out here trying to uplift their people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shit, we all ain't got the answers. So, and we all ain't perfect. So a lot of us gonna make mistakes. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with us making mistakes with good hearts and good intentions. My intention is to say, let's open up this platform and be able to talk that talk and be on some real shit to the best of our ability.
And if you change one person, it was not in vain.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Worth it.
like, you know, people be hitting me up, be like, yo, you see this video by Young Pharaoh? I had Young Pharaoh on my show, and I'll have him back.
Yeah.
This is Jerusalem.
It's open-
Everybody
open
can
for anyone
come
to
here and speak how they want to speak. You know what I'm saying? I respect the kid's work ethic. He a smart dude, too. Like, he ain't dumb.
Yeah.
But my thing is this. Certain things that we have that are beefs should be behind closed doors.
Absolutely.
We should stay on code. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Young Pharaoh is off code, because I really like Young Pharaoh. I appreciate that kid's work. And I'm not calling him a kid to disrespect him either, because that's not the intention behind what I'm saying. I really respect the young man's work. But sometimes we just need to pull to the side and go, hey, let's work this out. Let's be respectful. The world is watching. I'm always the world is watching. And let's, pull this shit together. But I also respect that he young and the new generation is like, fuck that, let's bang. You like that too.
Oh, but I bang in the right direction.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And
What
let
do
me
you mean
say
bang? I ain't never seen
No, let me.
bang. I don't know.
And let me say it this way.
But when I say he bangs, I'm saying he come with that information.
We got fire.
They come with that
knowledge.
information,
Dropping
and
that
data.
knowledge.
Fire information and data. And here's the only situation that we need to be very aware of, as Zoe was saying. Not only is the world watching, but the enemy is watching. And the enemy looks to how he can benefit from our division. Very simple. Right. The moment black people come together as one unit, the whole damn system of white supremacy will come to a halt.
No longer will we
Period.
be marching.
Right.
No,
Action.
seriously.
That's real.
But where I agree with Young Pharaoh is we need to hold each other accountable.
100%. 100%.
But unity
and there's
is the
a
key.
way. Unity is key, and there's a way to do it. When you in the hood, let's say with Bloods and Crips, you don't go out and just start bashing the big homie
It's the
in the
beginning
hood.
right there.
Let me just make this clear.
That's the beginning.
And of course, that's why unity is correct. There's a protocol on how you do things. You never see the Jewish people coming out blasting Jewish people. You never see Indian people coming out blasting Indian people. You never see Caucasian people coming out blasting Caucasian people. So if you want to be successful, study those who are successful. They are all successful. They all have everything for themselves. They all have their businesses, their agriculture. They have entire nations. And what the hell do we have? So when you look at it from that perspective, not irresponsible and immature, you have to look at it from the perspective of what can I do that will bring the greatest benefit to the greatest number of my people without ego, without emotion, or over feminizing the thing. Okay, because we're men.
So you're saying they basically giving us the blueprint.
They 100%. No, they took the blueprint from us.
Well, okay,
we were successful
right,
as a people, and they came in, saw how successful we were, learned it, took it for themselves, destroyed us. Came between us and caused division and bloodshed among us in the Holy Land, and then from there on and started causing us to fight and kill among one another, and they became those who were successful. They studied us.
Like Black Wall Street.
But this is
100%. And so we have to go back to what it was originally, which was us as one united people.
But this goes back to my point. We need Rizza, in my opinion, Rizza and Young Pharaoh on the same team.
Oh,
we need
take it further.
We need all the brothers out there. Blue Pill, 19 Keys.
All of my brothers.
The youngster that you was on with. We need everybody on the same page. Now, being on the same page, this is what a lot of people misinterpret.
You don't have to agree with everything.
We don't have to agree with everything. No. We don't have to accept everything. We
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. But then work together.
That's right.
Unity.
The agenda is unity for our people. I don't have to agree because, believe it or not, I roll with my brother Red Pill, Blue Pill. We got 19 Keys. We got Sister Ashton. We got Derek Grace. I mean, we are brothers. My brother Ben X, of course, we're in the Nation of Islam. We are all brothers. And not once on our tour together going across this country have we been fighting one another. None of that. Why? Because the people said, listen, damn it, I have problems. The government's trying to force vaccinate my child. They're trying to take my child away from me. What can I do? They didn't say, what is your religion?
No.
They don't give a damn. And guess what? Neither do I.
Right.
Because when you look at the reality, the situation is our people need help and solutions. They don't care about the ideology. And right now, we don't push the ideology. We push the solution.
But you know what we got to do? We got to stop saying, what is your religion?
Exactly.
You know what we got to start doing?
Period.
We got to start saying, what's your definition? Mm-hmm. Not what is your religion. What is your definition? And you say, well, my definition of what? Of yourself.
That's right.
Self.
What is
How
your belief?
do you define you? Mm-hmm. Are you in the middle of constructing the idea of who you think you are? Where are you in the process? Because if you say, what's my religion? I already know you do not have ownership of yourself.
Yes.
Because somebody else wrote that shit you believe in.
And especially if you answer him with your religion. Oh, I'm Catholic.
Oh, no, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you can kind of get an idea of exactly
Right.
where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
So yes, if you say I'm Catholic or I'm this or I'm that, you're the gas in the tank of that belief.
Yeah. Yeah. You make it go.
And your belief.
You make it go.
You make it go. And that's why when you ask a person, what is your belief? Because that's what you ask when you ask their religion. Your belief, as the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, your belief is not what you confess or what you say it is what you practice.
Right,
It's what you do. So if you are out here doing things that don't benefit the people, I don't need to ask you a goddamn question. You have shown me what it is that you believe by the work of your damn hands. If we are out here doing this work, there's nothing that needs to be said by anybody. I want to see what your record is. What do you have a track record of doing? Do you build any schools? Do you get any people off of drugs? Do you establish any banks? Do you have any businesses? If you have none of these things for your people, if you don't at least unite and connect those who do, then what you're telling me is you are a fake. You are a fraudulent group of people. And there's a lot of people who are black in skin color and face, but who are Caucasian and white in mind. And as the Honorable Minister Farrakhan called them, he said, you are not black men, some of you are white men in black skin, because your actions cause more of us to die than more of us to live.
But this is why we have to be, and I agree with what you're saying, but it's a slippery slope. Because a lot of that is based on what you do. What you're saying is, the merit of a man is based off of what he does. But you have to be careful when you say that, because women and governments use that statement. Women and governments. A woman judges a man by what he does, and she ignores her intuition, which tells her about his intent.
So as a black man,
Wait. Black men then come back and parrot that. Judge me by what I do. Nigga, a worker is a worshiper. Please understand that. A worker is a worshiper.
I don't know what you mean when you say that.
That's what the word come from. They're related
worship,
word.
yeah.
To work is to worship.
Yeah.
The royalty over in Europe, you're not considered a gentleman if you have a job. A gentleman is someone who's in the royal family. So a nigga that's a lawyer, they go, this nigga ain't a gentleman. He got a job. He's a worker.
Worship.
And you work for the benefit of the crown.
What you worship.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Now we worship work because work validates us to the rest of the world here in America through the American lens. He's a hard worker. That means the bill's gonna be paid and we can have Christmas 70 times before he dies.
You get 70 Christmas.
Do you get 70 Christmases, nigga, and then he's done
It's sick.
because he's
70.
worked his heart till it can't work no more.
No, really. And
But
that's
what's his legacy? What's in it? What I mean,
Exactly.
that's it.
You know what the
That's right
legacy
there.
is, nigga?
That's
His
it.
legacy is presents, niggas.
70 Christmases and
That's his
presents
legacy.
and Easters.
but he worked for it.
That's how That's the
A
point.
barbecue grill, nigga.
Man.
Nigga,
Man.
Daddy left me to grill.
Man, and that right there,
That's it, man.
that's the point. What
bad,
are you leaving
man.
for the future generations
That's
to come?
the
What are
main
you
thing
leaving?
right there.
Your
A
children
bunch of
fighting
damn
over your
talk?
meat smoker.
Man, I'm telling you, if all we, I'll be
Left
damn.
it to
I'm
me.
gonna tell you right now. Look, born and raised in Compton, brother. I'm gonna tell you straight, man. I mean this. When I quit the whole looking at the movie and film and all that being an actor, I was like, no. My people are dying every day. I'll be damned if our ancestors went through what the hell they went through just for me to come back around and do nothing. Just to be the average nigga out here. I'm not doing that. My people are dying. We're not going nowhere. And clearly, finally, someone in the White House had to tell you straight, nigga, we ain't giving you nothing. What does that mean? What does that mean? Shut your damn mouth. Stop talking and get to building. Come together, pull your resources, pull your money. You don't have to agree with everything, but damn it, do we all need to eat? We need grocery stores. Do we all need agriculture? Do we need banks for our own money? Or do we need to just have our own type of cryptocurrency, our own type of our own system of exchange? This is what we need to do. Hospitals, we need this for ourselves. Why? Because they just told you from the White House, nigga, we ain't giving you nothing.
Just basically, nigga, no.
Because of that,
Where
I
do
don't
you
know
ask
what
from?
everybody else heard, but all I heard was, guess what? Since we don't acknowledge the fact that you are in your condition because of what we did and we benefited from it, the only other option is eradication.
Darba, nigga.
That's the only other option.
I will tell you.
Seriously. That's why I'm like, I heard what he said. So that is the point. The next option for them is, nigga, we don't want you anymore. So they are going to come and try to eradicate you. That's the point. So all the talking got to
Giving
stop.
you niggas no reparations.
Absolutely.
It's very simple.
But when we looking at Maslow's hierarchy of needs,
Oh, that's a nice touch. Oh, I thought it was a touchscreen.
when we looking at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, what you just talked about building makes sense for these bottom two levels.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Physiological needs, food, water, warmth,
On
rest.
the basic of levels.
And then safety needs, security and safety.
We need an army.
You understand?
Need an army.
But the higher three levels, you want to know while you working / worshiping the rulers of the world are doing? They over here in self-actualization world. They trying to become a fucking god using your ancient belief systems.
Exactly.
We got the rest of these niggas out here pulling the plow. I'm finna go up here and meditate. That's how they rule the world, dog.
That's the way of the world.
This is it right here.
That's
I ain't
the
got
way
time to work.
of the world.
I got to chill out and come up with the master plan.
Do you see?
Man.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Mansions.
True
We don't have all the
devotion.
answers. We don't have all the answers, but we love a great debate. We love a great conversation. I appreciate brother RizzaIslam for coming out. I appreciate
Yes,
this
sir.
good brother Jeff, man.
Appreciate
We
you,
doing
brother.
5150 right after this,
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, this shit about to be crazy. 5150 is about to be right there. Corey Holcomb in the building. We about to. Hey, where are you performing now? Next.
I'm in Philadelphia this weekend. Y'all know what it be at the Punchline. Y'all come on out.
Philly.
Sell it out like we did last time.
All right, I got love for y'all. We doing 5150. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Holla at us. Deuces.
Yes, sir.
I got pissed like a motherfucker.
Drinking all that water.
This thing was coming down.
Man, I'm glad we hit that, bruh.
Oh, we had to.
That was fire. That was fire. No, it's right out front.
Came as a
This
man.
mic came down.
Leave as a God.